You sent over some really interesting material this week, all focused on this idea of purpose over pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And reading it, the question that really sort of jumped out was, what actually drives you?
Yeah.
You know, beyond the obvious stuff.
Like the paycheck, the deadlines.
Exactly. Is there something like deeper? Maybe something you don't even think about consciously day to day.
Well, that's really the core theme in these sources we looked at. Society puts so much emphasis on, the hustle, the grind.
Right. It's everywhere.
And what's fascinating is how this material suggests that feeling pressure all the time, it might not be the real issue. It might just be a signal.
A signal. Like a symptom of something else.
Exactly. A symptom that maybe what we're doing isn't quite lining up with why we're doing it. Our actions and our deeper reasons are kind of disconnected.
Okay, that makes sense. So our mission then for this deep dive is to really explore that connection based on your sources, this whole purpose over pressure thing.
Yeah, how connecting with that core why, your purpose, can actually change how you feel about the how.
Making the day-to-day feel less like a heavy weight.
Right. Less like a burden, more like a meaningful step. So hopefully this gives you, the listener, a chance for some, focused thinking guided by what we found.
Okay, let's dive in. One of the first big points that came up again and again was about questioning where our goals even come from.
Mm-hmm. Are they genuinely yours? From your own values, your own dreams?
Or are they maybe borrowed? Things we picked up from, I don't know, society, family, maybe even just scrolling online?
It's a really critical difference, and some of the research you pointed out underlines this. Purpose, as these sources frame it, isn't just having goals.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's about how those goals line up with your personal values, the things you truly believe in. It's connecting what you want to do with something that actually means something deep down.
And you can really feel the contrast in motivation, can't you? The sources paint a clear picture.
Definitely. Pressure often sounds like, I have to do this, because of how it looks or because someone expects it.
Right, that external thing.
But purpose-driven motivation, that comes from inside. So instead of, you need this job because it looks good on paper,
It becomes,
I actually want this role. I care about this problem, and I want to help solve it. See the difference?
yeah, totally. And the examples around, like, content creation really hit this home. The pressure is just more, faster, go viral.
It's all about the metrics, the external thumbs up.
But the purpose-driven person in those examples, they're thinking, I have something valuable here, something that could help someone.
Right, let me share this. Let me serve. Even if it doesn't blow up overnight. The focus is on the value, not just the views.
And the outcomes are so different, too, emotionally.
Oh, absolutely. The research is pretty clear. Constant pressure, that road often leads to burnout, exhaustion, feeling kind of isolated even.
It's very individualistic, almost competitive in a draining way.
Whereas purpose, that taps into something more sustainable. It's like being pulled forward by something you care about, not pushed by fear or obligation.
It feels more like energy from the work, not just energy for the work.
Exactly. And as several articles mentioned, that sense of purpose often builds connection. With your work, sure, but also with other people who care about the same things, with the impact you're having.
So, okay, let's make this practical.
Yeah.
A lot of the guides and the materials had reflection prompts.
Yes, good point. So for everyone listening, think about a goal you're working on right now, any goal.
Okay, got one.
Now, just take a second and ask, why is this really important to me? Not to anyone else, but to me.
Dig underneath the surface reason.
Yeah. What values does it connect to? What difference do you actually hope it makes?
Because grounding it like that, connecting it to your own meaning, that shifts things, doesn't it?
Huge shift. Less chasing approval, more building your own fulfillment. That's a core idea we saw.
Okay, but what if you're listening and thinking, I don't actually know my purpose? That came up too, right? That feeling of being a bit lost.
Oh, absolutely. That's incredibly common. And the sources really normalize that. It's okay not to have it all figured out.
It's not like a switch flips one day.
No, not usually. Discovering purpose seems to be much more like solving a puzzle. But you solve it by moving the pieces, by trying things out.
Through action, not just sitting and thinking about it forever.
Precisely. It's iterative. You do something, you see how it feels, you reflect, you adjust. That's how clarity emerges.
So doing, then reflecting, then adjusting. It's a cycle.
Exactly. We kind of pulled together a simple 4-step idea from the materials for finding clarity through action.
Okay, let's hear it. Step 1.
Just do something that interests you. Anything. Doesn't matter how small it seems. Just try it.
Step 2. Pay attention.
Pay attention to how it makes you feel during, after. Are you energized, drained, curious, bored? Your emotions are data.
Okay. Step 3, connect it back.
Reflect. Does this activity link up with your core values? Does it feel like you? Does it use skills you enjoy using?
And the final step, step 4.
Keep doing it.
Hmm.
Repeat the cycle. Refine. The more you engage, observe, and reflect on those connections, the clearer things become.
Even tiny actions give you feedback.
Valuable feedback. It all builds up your understanding of yourself and what drives you.
There were some great stories in the materials that really showed this in action. People who chose purpose even when the pressure was intense.
Yeah, like Alex the podcaster. Remember that one?
A whole year basically talking to himself, right?
Yeah.
Minimal audience.
Yeah.
The pressure to just give up must have been huge.
Totally. Based on normal metrics, he was failing.
But his why was different. It wasn't about getting famous.
No, his purpose was about sharing his story, his recovery journey, raw, honest, unfiltered. It was about truth, even when it was hard.
And because he stuck to that, his purpose,
Yeah.
eventually it connected.
Deeply. People found it. It resonated because it was real. His purpose fueled him past the point where pressure alone would have made him quit. And it actually helped people.
Such a powerful example. And then there was Leela, the educator.
Similar pressure, different field, everyone telling her, make short, catchy stuff go viral.
But she didn't. She focused on her purpose.
Which was helping parents connect emotionally with their kids. Deeper connections, not just quick tips.
So she built these in-depth workshops, things that took time, things with real substance. Growth was slow at first, right?
Very slow. But she stayed true to her why, serving families in a meaningful way. And eventually,
It became transformative for the people she reached. She built something lasting because she wasn't chasing trends. She was anchored in her purpose.
and that's the big lesson weaving through all these stories and research. Alignment matters more than applause sometimes.
Aligning your actions with your purpose, that's where the real momentum comes from, not from just reacting to external noise.
Exactly. Don't get pulled off course by what everyone else seems to be doing or demanding. Stay true to your why.
Okay, so let's make this really concrete for you listening. We want to walk you through actually starting to write down your own purpose statement based on some of the exercises we saw.
Right. Grab a notebook, open your notes app, whatever works. This is just for you. No pressure.
Step 1 is reflection. Think about times when you feel most alive, most engaged, most useful, most like your authentic self.
When are you really operating at your best? What kind of situations or activities bring that out? What's driving you then?
Just jot down some thoughts around that. What comes up?
Okay. Step 2, we're going to use a simple sentence structure. Don't censor yourself. Just fill in the blanks with whatever feels right now.
The sentence is, my purpose is to sow that geode.
Fill in that first blank with the core action or contribution and the second blank with the intended impact or outcome.
We saw some examples in the materials
Like, my purpose is to inspire young people through storytelling so that they can believe in themselves.
or my purpose is to help others heal through movement so that they can reclaim their power.
Or maybe, my purpose is to create art that sparks emotion so that people feel less alone.
Yours will be unique to you. Just write down what comes up first.
Yeah, don't overthink it. You can always tweak it later. Just capture that initial thought. Pause us if you need a moment.
Okay, got something down.
All right, final step. Let's make it actionable. Based on the purpose statement you just wrote, what is one small thing? Something you can actually track, that you could do every day.
One tiny action that lines up with that purpose.
So if your purpose is about empowering others, maybe your daily action is sending one supportive text or email.
If it's about health or fitness inspiration, maybe it's posting one quick tip, doing one extra rep yourself, or taking that mindful walk.
If it's about bringing joy or creativity, maybe it's just 5 minutes of drawing, writing, or playing music to share, or just for yourself.
The key is small and trackable.
Exactly. Write that one daily action down. What is it for you?
And the idea, drawn from the sources, is to just start tracking it. Today, tomorrow, see how it feels.
It creates that feedback loop, reinforces your commitment, keeps your purpose front and center in a really practical way.
So bringing it all together, the main message we took from all this material is pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that you're meant to thrive through purpose, not just get crushed under pressure.
Knowing your why really does empower your how.
It gives your actions a different kind of fuel. That internal compass guides you in a way external demands just can't. It makes hard things feel more possible, more meaningful.
And the sources seem to suggest we need a shift. away from just celebrating burned out achievers.
Towards valuing people who operate from that deeper alignment. We need more, aligned creators, grounded leaders, purposeful dreamers.
People lit from within, not just driven by external heat.
Beautifully put. So our encouragement to you, based on everything we've discussed, first, maybe share that purpose statement, even just with yourself. Write it somewhere visible, or share it with someone you trust.
Second, commit to that one small daily action. Start tracking it. See what happens.
And third, if this deep dive resonated, maybe share it. Pass it along to someone else who might be feeling that pressure and needs a reminder about purpose.
Because choosing purpose over pressure, that's where the freedom is.
It really is. It helps you show up consistently, authentically.
So keep showing up, keep aligning, and always remember this. Your value isn't something you have to prove.
It's something you live by living your purpose.
Let's go.
And maybe one final thought to chew on, something that touches on the deeper philosophy in some sources. What if the most radical act in a world obsessed with pressure is simply choosing to live guided by your own internal sense of purpose? Quietly, consistently. What would that look like for you?